Welcome back to Squelch. I'm Dano.
I'm Matt at Arms.
And I'm Storm Rage. And we're here to remind everyone that Life is Strange is a game. And games are supposed to be fun, right? Fun?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun!
Yes. Lots of fun in this game.
This game was buckets of fun. It started with so much fun at the beginning of Chapter 4, and then it ended with so much fun at the end of Chapter 4.
Funnest!
It was just all fun and not all awfulness and sadness.
Yep.
It was just... It was so great. So happy we're doing this.
Can't wait for next week.
It's happening. I'm going to do it early rather than late. I can't put it off. I'm going to have to rip it off like a Band-Aid. I'm going to start tonight. I just got to
it's not a bad
jump
idea.
right in. Oh gosh, this game. It's so good. Hey, good news, depending on how you voted. But the people have spoken and the people have chosen Darkest Dungeon. Something democracy, something. I'll imagine a really cool quote by like Churchill or something.
This is Democracy Manifest.
There you go. This is Democracy Manifest.
It was so close, though. It was
super
literally
close.
9 for Darkest Dungeon, 8 for Monster Prom. So literally every vote matters. A lot of people say every vote matters, but it doesn't really matter. My vote doesn't matter in the Electoral College. But every vote matters for the community game nights, or for the community game selection.
Yes.
So I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? Not everyone's in Discord, and so I think for October, I'm going to put together a poll to also include in like the show notes for people who like aren't in Discord who want to vote as well. Mm-hmm. So that way, if we can open up that way, more people can vote if they want to.
I think that's a great call.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're playing Darkest Dungeon, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. I've only played this game for 110 hours, so
Only.
I've played this game for 0 hours. I'm really excited to try it out.
I maybe did 5 or 10. It wasn't a whole lot, but I enjoyed it.
It's been my game for multiple Christmases. I'll play like a Christmas game, and there have been at least 2 or 3 Christmases since this game released where it's been my Christmas game. I work at a university, so we have 11, 12 days off at Christmas, and so I'll just sit and play this game for 10 days straight. It's my all-time favorites. Hey, Storm Rage, what did IGN have to say about Darkest Dungeon from their 2016 review of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is their review. What strikes me most is how the rampant and merciless randomness always keeps me off balance, struggling to stay alive. It comes in both the usual accuracy percentages for various attacks and dodges, but also unexpected and unusual places. Even the turn order is mixed up by the behind-the-scenes dice rolls, so you're never quite sure, for example, if your Vestal healer will be able to patch up your Crusader tank before the enemy can deal a killing blow, permanently removing that character and all his progress from your roster. By robbing you of the certainty and predictability you usually see in a turn-based tactic game of this nature, Darkest Dungeon creates tense and terrifying battles where you're never sure what'll happen next.
I'm legitimately excited about hearing what you think about this game, Storm Rage.
I am also legitimately excited about this game because this is a game that I've heard about for a very long time, but I've never pulled the trigger myself. And full disclosure, I actually voted against my game in the community game vote. Just because I was like, I want to play something new and different.
I'm actually going to give you a couple of tools that will help this game. Because Darkest Dungeon, you can like go off on a dungeon delve and already fail if you just fail to bring the wrong things with you.
I don't want any tips. I want to go in fully blind, and I want to fail up the wazoo.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do. Okay, good.
I will give you a full, here is a clean take of what this will look like.
I'm excited. I'm excited about that. All right. All right, so one moment before we go in here, there be spoilers ahead. If you've gotten this far into the Life is Strange, you must know that by now. But hey, if you're just dipping in here for the first time, we're going to talk about Life is Strange, Chapter 4, and we're going to talk about everything from the beginning to the end in between. We're not holding back. We're not giving spoilers.
I did have a buddy reach out, and they were like, hey, I have bad news. Bad news, I've never played Life is Strange. I don't plan on playing Life is Strange. But the good news is that now I at least know and I really understand the plot of it, and so that's very helpful. And if you're like that person, wonderful, fantastic, welcome in.
Yep.
If you are playing along with us, wonderful, fantastic, welcome on in.
Exactly. Content warning. This week, we are going to discuss topics related to bullying, mental health, and self-harm, including distressing or potentially triggering situations. We're a comedy podcast, so we're going to approach them from a light comedic angle as best that we can. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we're going to try our best. But please know that we are not making fun of these real-life situations. If this stuff does trigger you, you know what? Go ahead. Drop the podcast. Not going to hurt our feelings. Come back in 2 weeks when we do Darkest Dungeon. And that is perfectly fine. So, we got some food talk.
Funnel cakes! Get your funnel cakes here!
So, Matt has...
Much.
Oh, sorry, Storm Rage. Sorry. Matt has Coke cookies and is going to eat one before we record the podcast.
Yeah, see how well this goes. So, yeah, I got the Oreo Coke cookies. I'm going to actually just open it up right now. It's a lovely... Oh.
Here, Coke cookies were a big deal in the 80s.
They smell like... It actually smells like Coca-Cola, which is crazy. Like, just the
That's
initial
what
smell.
Oreos do, though.
Yeah. All right, so there's a red Oreo and a chocolate Oreo in the cream filling. Let's see here. I'm just going to do the cream filling. Your standard cream filling. It's normal.
Okay.
Maybe a little... There's something else in there. Maybe a little more vanilla-y.
Matt is now
Red
chewing
cookie,
it.
The red cookie doesn't taste like anything. And the black cookie is your standard Oreo. Okay. They're fine. They're Oreos. They're a little overpriced. They're regular Oreos.
Do you still have your Coke Zero Oreo?
No, I don't. I finished that off and I tossed
I thought we were going to go... Blister Guy wanted you to dip it. I was on
so
Blister Guy's side on that one.
All right, I will dip it, and I will dip it for the patrons, or I'll throw it in the Discord. I'll pick up some Coke Oreo and I'll dip it. But yeah, it tastes like a regular Oreo. It's fine.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
All right,
let's go
that was
thank
a waste
patrons.
of time.
It always is, Matt. It always is.
Thanks! I am pretty incredible.
Hey, patrons. We think you're great and you're wonderful and you smell nice. So, thanks.
Just like these Oreos. They smell nice.
Just like those Oreos. You smell like Coke-flavored Oreos.
Yeah, I always think that it's important to tell people that they smell like Oreos.
Thank you for giving us money and supporting this podcast. We will thank you by saying you smell like Oreos. Just like a brick to the mouth. Let's go on to tea with Finley.
Hello, old friend. Let's meet for tea after the match, shall we?
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
All right, so I'm looking at tea with Finley, and I don't know if I just wrote everything out or if you guys have nothing to say and I have everything to say.
It's really funny. I've got 2 sentences. Dano has 3 full paragraphs.
And I have one sentence.
I'm not sure how we want to do this. Like, do you want me to begin or end, or how do we want to go about
I think
this?
we end with you because Matt and I are super light. I'll go ahead and start. I had a very fun week in gaming that I can't talk about. I got into an alpha of a game, and it's super NDA'd, and I can't talk about anything about it, but it was a lot of fun. And when I am no longer under NDA, and when I can actually talk about it, I will do so, because it's a very fun game, and I hope that everybody will join me in playing it. And other than that, I did Helldive, and that was it. That's all that I did.
Not after that. I'm not going to play this game.
Well,
if you're under an alpha and an NDA and it's fun, you don't get to talk about it because then you just make me feel bad. Because now I want to play that game, and now I can't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
And I'm upset with you.
Maybe
never.
someday.
Never. It might as well be Baldur's Gate 4 for as much as I'm going to play that game.
Matt, what have you been playing?
Commander and Life is Strange. I haven't done a whole lot for video games. I kind of was playing TCG Card Shop Simulator for a while, and I fell off it pretty hard because that game's really in early access, like really, really early access. There's not a lot to do. The loop is fun, but it's not engaging enough. So yeah, that's what I did.
No offense to that game, but that feels like a game that will stay in early access forever.
I mean,
how much can there be to that game?
I mean, according to the thing, they're actually talking about actually making a playable collectible card game in the game.
That sounds so hard. Do you get to balance it too? Because that sounds wonderfully fun.
Yeah, exactly. There's
and
also
then like breaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So see,
You too can ban a card and cause the market to shift as you lose millions of dollars in market by banning a few cards.
Yeah.
you too can create cards specifically for a specific format and then ban them in that format.
You too can create an entire committee dedicated to making sure the balance of this format is fun and then make such a decision that everyone on the committee quits. You too can make that choice.
As I hold
Jeweled
up my
Lotus.
as I hold up my Jeweled Lotus that is now I use as a really nice treasure token. Let me put it that way.
It's a really sweet bookmark.
In case anybody is wondering, Commander Magic banned 5 cards that were basically in like every
3.
Commander format. 4 cards?
Three cards. They banned Nadu, which they banned a
4
card that
cards
was
total, right?
4 cards total. 1 card that everybody's fine with banning, and 3 cards that make games way too fast.
And
I understand that,
But they kept the
good
one
bans,
card
though.
that everybody has that makes games way too fast.
it's very crazy. It's so funny to me. Like, obviously not in the literal sense. Like, people that have those cards that were, or either bought them or sold them, that sucks so much.
Yeah.
But it's wild to me that Wizards made such a bad decision that they're
No,
like,
it's not
where
Wizards who. No, it's not Wizards who do this. It's the Commander Rules Committee. It's just not owned and operated by Wizards.
It's a third-party group.
It's a third-party group.
Yeah.
well, they made a bad choice.
Yeah. Well, I
heard that they're good bands, though,
I could
right?
go into this where they where
No.
the Rules Committee was talking to Wizards of the Coast for over a year, while Wizards was promoting products that had the cards that we're talking about being banned in them. So
I don't think that people care in much
No.
to detail about that.
No.
We're not a Magic the Gathering podcast, as
Thank
much
God.
as Matt wishes we were.
No, I don't. Maybe once in a while.
And this is why NFTs in games is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
The card game is not an investment product.
All right, we buckle up, Buttercup, because here we go. So I played a bit of Shin Megami Tensei 3 and Persona 3 again. One great thing about Shin Megami Tensei 3 that I don't remember from the original game but is in the remaster is you can suspend the game at any moment. So if you're in a dungeon and not at a save point, you suspend the game and you end the game where you are, and then you continue that game and you pick up wherever you were. So if you're in the middle of a dungeon dive or something like that and you're not at a save point, you just suspend the game and you stop and then you pick it up there. That's a perfectly common thing in modern games, but it was not common back in the early aughts when this game was made. And that is something that is not in Persona 3 Reload. And it's like, you know what? Why not? Why did you not add that to the game? Because there are good chunks of the game where you're in the dungeon in Shin Megami in Persona 3, and you just can't save until you get out of there. So if I don't have 2 hours set aside for Persona, I just don't play, which is kind of a bummer. But there's very few convenient save points in the game, and since you can't suspend the game, it makes it hard to fit it into my schedule. So that my gameplay in that has slowed down quite a bit. But other than that, so Shin Megami Tensei has been great for that. But other than that, the games are both still lots of fun. I'm trying to keep a little bit of each game playing so I don't forget where I'm at. It was a mistake starting Shin Megami Tensei 3 when I haven't finished Persona 3. That was an admitted mistake. That was on me. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, and now it's my bed. I have to lie in it.
But important
yeah.
news: you did get that one kid to go back to school.
I did get the kid to go back to school. Thank you. Yes. Like I played Persona 3 right after we were done recording last week. And like immediately, it was just apparently on a 1-week loop. I was able to go back after that after 1 week. So I think it was just on Sunday. So she gave me the quest on Sunday. I missed it on Sunday and then I went back on. So it actually ended up being no big deal. I told him not to go back to school and he thought about it. And then a guy came up and one of the other characters came up and was like, hey, you have to do this. And then he was like, I don't have to do anything, bud. And then I was like, yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. It's his life. Like, slow your roll. And that was that. So that was fun. Though he should go back to school. Don't drop out of school.
That's good advice for anybody.
Especially if you have a superpower where you live within the 25th hour of the day and have to fight creatures at night. And yeah, that especially then if you have to do that. So yeah. Anyways, any hoozles. The studio that made Tangle Deep. So Tangle Deep is a super cool roguelike that released 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I could be wrong about that. Super awesome pixel art, incredible soundtrack. Really, really fun roguelike where you're starting at the bottom of a dungeon and you're working your way out into the real world. It's really fun, super engaging, great combat, incredible game loop. And then the developers like kept supporting. Was an incredible DLC for it. Really, really, really great and engaging game. One of my favorite games. It was one of those games that I beat it and I felt like super proud of myself because it was hard to beat the game, at least for me. Absolutely loved this game. It was really, really awesome. So they, like 5 years ago, had a Kickstarter for this new game that they were creating called Flowstone Saga. And I Kickstarted it because why not? Because I loved, Tangle Deep so much. So I've had access to this game actually for a couple of years now, but I haven't played it because I wanted the full release to be out. And this one is actually not a roguelike Tangle Deep is. It takes place in the Tangle Deep universe, but like in the overworld, basically. Mm-hmm. And then now you're kind of going back into the dungeons a little bit. But instead of being a roguelike, this time it's a JRPG, a pixel art JRPG. And then combat is like Tetris falling block style combat, where you do different combos with like Tetris style falling blocks. And you get like different like frog spirits that give you different like board like widths and different like blocks that do different things and different powers. And it is super cool, super engaging, and so ding dang hard. Like really, really hard. Like like I might be really bad. Maybe it's just a me problem. I'm bad at Tetris, which I admit might be the issue.
I'm also bad at Tetris.
But it is really engaging and really fun and hard. I had to actually slow the blocks down to 50% fall speed, which helped a bunch. There's 100% fall speed, 50%, and then just like you just drop them on your own. They just like stay static, and that makes it basically a turn-based RPG. You just put the blocks down, and it just kind of stuff just goes. So they had those are your three options. I could have probably kept it at 100% if I hadn't changed to like one of the more narrow boards. Because like the more narrow the board, the more stronger the pieces and the more stronger the powers. Because you're playing at more of a difficult setting, basically. So like the combat is more difficult because the power level of like the spirit you're using is more powerful. And so like kind of like gauges the difficulty that way. Really fun. Really rewarding. Like I feel really like stuff goes well. It feels great. And sometimes like I just fill up a board and I'm like, oh gosh, that was frustrating. But yeah, it is really, really fun. If you're looking for a really original combat, I could not like, this is a good game to play. I would definitely encourage you to play this. The story starts a bit slow. And so if you're not like engaged in the Tangle Deep universe, it might be too slow for some people actually, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that as well. But it does start a little bit slow. You're kind of like building up your village. And so you go on little tasks into like the island to like gain like stuff to build your village and to improve upon it. And as you do that, you're kind of like meeting other characters within the world. It's fun, But what really is interesting is the combat. So if you're looking for a really fun combat, I definitely encourage you to play Flowstone Saga. It's on sale right now for like $14 or $12 or something like that. So, hey, if you want to throw some money at a fun game, I would definitely do that. So, and it's normally pretty cheap anyways. I think it's like $15, so it's 20% off right now.
All right, and is that it, Dano? Are we done with the games that you've played, or is this? Oh, I see another paragraph here.
There's another paragraph.
This one is not about a game I play. This is about a game I'm not gonna play. So Dragon Age Veilguard, I think it's called. It's in Dragon Age 4, essentially. They have announced about what stuff you're going to come over from your game state. So, okay, if you haven't played Dragon Age, here's how it works. The combat style has changed in every game. The main character changes in every game. It's the hero of Ferelden, then it was Hawk, then it was the Inquisitor. It started off very turn-based, like isometric, and then it became very much party-based. The new one is not party. There's a party, but you don't control them. You just control yourself. So every game is different. The location of the game is different. The scope of the game is different. But one thing has stayed the same, and this is what makes it a Dragon Age game. You have your own world state that you have created over the course of your playing these 3 games. Like, every decision you make matters. And like who if you're a dwarf in the first game, and like the decisions you make as the dwarf, or like the decisions you make with your party. There are so many decisions, and decisions that you made at the beginning of Dragon Age Origins will come up during Dragon Age Inquisition because it's your world that you created. That's what makes it a Dragon Age game. Not the combat, not the characters. It is the world you created. And with the new game, they said only 3 decisions in all 3 games are going to carry over. And they are inconsequential. It's whether you romanced somebody. It's like whether it's just nonsense. It's like, what do you even understand what makes your games interesting? And I don't believe they do. I truly believe that like they do not understand what made Dragon Age good and interesting. And like I heard that the combat was okay and fun, and I'd been thinking maybe I will give this a try after reading some initial reviews. If I can't bring over my game state that I spent multiple playthroughs like honing this, and like I played Origins 3 times, and I played all of them at least 3 times to craft my perfect world state during the last 10 years while waiting for this game, so that when this game came out, I had my perfect world state ready to go. And then weeks before the game dropped, they're like, that doesn't matter anymore. We decided that all of the agency we gave you is false and fake, and you don't get any of it. Cool. I'm not going to give you my money.
Yeah.
I'm not giving my money.
No.
Like, it's ridiculous, and it's just upsetting, and I don't know, it just bums me out. I'm like hopeful that I misunderstood the whole situation and that actually this isn't going to be the case, but I read a couple articles and I'm pretty sure I do understand the situation, and it just bums me out. And so this game would have to be amazing for me to play it. I mean, absolutely amazing for me to play it, because like there are certain decisions you make in Origins that are world changing. Like it's just, I don't know. That's the end of it. That's my rant about Dragon Age, and yeah, so it just bummed me out. Anyways, let's get into the Life Is recap, huh?
Previously on Life is Strange.
Whoa. You don't know who the f*** I am or who you're messing around with.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
Let's talk about your superpower.
What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us. Miss Caulfield, please, tell us everything.
Hey, it's Thelma and Louise.
That's Rachel's bracelet. Why the f are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
Max, we have to find Rachel soon. Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues.
Welcome to my domain. Let's find what we want and beat it.
Max, you better come check out these files. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. Listen, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank being more than a friend. I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything? So who do you most want to blame? My fucking dad, of course. Hello? No, you don't. Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? Ever since he died, my life has been dipped in
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Hello? Are you even listening, Maxine?
This is totally up. What else have I changed?
Max Caulfield. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
Oh, that's the end of chapter 3,
That
and it
ending's
is
so good.
It is. There are so many quacks in that intro. By the way, I was like, it's just all the quacks.
Dipped in quack indeed.
Dipped in quack indeed. All right, here we go. Here is the character recap. So Max, she is our hero. She can rewind time with the power of her mind. Chloe is a blue-haired high school dropout and the childhood best friend of Max. Kate is a young Christian girl who was bullied after a video of her making out with a number of individuals at a party while she was drugged. She then attempted suicide and was saved at the end of the of chapter 2.
Maybe.
Sorry. Chapter 3? Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yep. Rachel Amber is the missing best friend of Chloe. David Mattson is a security guard, Iraq war vet, and stepdad to Chloe. Nathan Prescott is a rich kid and a drug dealer. Warren is a nerdy science kid with a crush on Max. Mark Jefferson is a photography teacher that everyone loves a little bit too much. Principal, what's his name? Wells, apparently is Principal Wells, is the principal of the school. He is kind of a jerk to everyone except Nathan Prescott. Victoria is a rich girl and bully. Frank is a drug dealer in town. Chloe owes him a lot of money. He has an unknown relationship with Rachel Amber. Alyssa is a quiet girl who keeps to herself and is mildly bullied for it. Max keeps saving her from mildly embarrassing moments. William is Chloe's dad, who died in a car crash when Chloe was young. We went back in time to save his life. All right, so here we go. Any questions about the characters?
No. One thing that I want to note that we might touch on when the recap is William, Chloe's dad, is such a good dad.
Yeah.
Like, such an insanely good dad and husband and person. And I love him.
Yeah, I assume we will talk about it. Maybe we won't, though. I think, they do such a good job of crafting three-dimensional characters in this game. Like, nobody is perfect in this game. Nobody is perfect except for William. And I think that's a really neat storytelling device, like, about memories, right? And how, we can remember things different than what they were, right? Like, looking back and it's like, oh, this person was wonderful and amazing all the time. They were perfect. I think that's intentional or unintentional, I think is what's going on with William. I think it's really neat and really cool. And he is obviously, like, Chloe's, like, best friend and dad. And it's just a really cool relationship that we kind of get to see a little bit in this chapter. So, like we were saying, so chapter 4 kicks off in an alternate timeline created by Max. She wakes up to find that Chloe's dad is alive, but Chloe herself has been paralyzed from the neck down after a car accident caused by someone running a red light. As Max explores the house, it is revealed that Chloe's family is drowning in medical debt and that Chloe's health is rapidly declining. The reunion is bittersweet. After spending 2 days together, Chloe asks Max to end her life by giving her an overdose of morphine. This is the first major choice of the chapter. If you agree with this, Max turns the morphine drip up and Chloe peacefully falls asleep forever. If you refuse, Chloe becomes angry and tells Max to leave and never come back. After making your decision, you use the same photo from the end of chapter 3 to travel back in time again, this time to unhide the car keys, ensuring Chloe's dad dies in his car accident as before.
And you burned the photo.
And you burn the photo.
So you can't go back.
Ensuring that you can't go back in time again.
So creating a third timeline.
We can't think about how many timelines exist because the game doesn't bother thinking about it. Like there's so many.
It does, and it's all in the comics, and they're amazing. It goes into all the multiverses and all the Maxes and all the Chloes, and it is super cool.
That's great. We don't go back into that timeline of the timeline where she burned the photo but doesn't.
No.
We have the one timeline and then an offshoot timeline that we visit in various ways.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, cool. Anything about this, you guys? Any?
I think the thing that really gets me is how quickly they tell the story of Chloe's health and how tragic it is. Because her mom and her dad are together and they are relatively happy with each other, but they are in crushing debt. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, begging family members for debt. You can find letters that they've written to family members asking if they can help out. And most of them say either no or here's only a little bit. It's all I can afford. And it's such a very quick story. And when you're given the option of kind of giving Chloe too much morphine to let her pass, it feels like when we talk about it, that kind of comes out of nowhere. But in the game, it's a very quick, very well told perspective of like, they clarify that the doctors say, hey, her respiratory system is failing. She's going to die soon. Like that is a given. It's just a question of when, and Chloe wants to go out on her own terms.
Yep. It's really an incredible, brevity in storytelling, right? Something doesn't have to be long to be like the story to be told well. And that I think is so cool because it really is just the very, very beginning of this chapter. There's not even any photos to take in this
15 minutes,
section.
maybe?
Yeah. I mean, you could get through it in 2 if you want. You could blow through it if you tried to. I do love how Snoopy Max is in this episode. Did you go into her parents' room?
Yes. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you go in there and there's Chloe's mom sitting on the bed, and you're like going through her computer, going through her drawers, reading the bills and stuff, like opening up the drawers on like they're by the bed and stuff. And it's
wild.
Meanwhile, she's just reading, funny. Whatever.
Yeah, it's just we have a very nice conversation about everything, but yeah, it was really good. And I think what was really cool about Chloe was you could see bits and pieces of the person Chloe is, and then also how she's a completely different person. Talking about like beforehand, because like in like the original timeline she has a 1.7 GPA, and this timeline before the accident she's a 4.0, and she's like basically the star of Blackwell. It really is really cool, really interesting story.
Did you find the letter to saying like we can't accommodate since we can't?
Yes, thanks Principal what's his name for nothing.
Right. It's like we can't accommodate even though we have $4,000 in the fund.
5,
later on it's 5,000. Later on in the episode, did you guys see the sign where it says that the building was postponed for the?
Yep, I did because I stole the money.
I didn't see that because I didn't steal the money.
If you stole the money, there's a sign where it says that making the building handicap accessible is postponed. Oops.
The last thing that I will note is I did indeed accept Chloe's wish.
I was going to mention that. I was going to ask that. Yeah.
And moved along because it's just such a heartbreaking ask, and I couldn't say no.
What'd you do, Matt?
I refused, mainly because I accepted it the first time, and I wanted to see what the difference was. If there was
this is the first time I've refused as well, but I refused as well. Sometimes I wanted to see what happened. I've seen it happen before and then rewound and gone back and accepted, but this time I was like, especially with the knowledge of like what's in the comics and like the timelines persist, and so I was like, well, if the timelines persist, then there are going to be repercussions for this decision. And so I was like, just if the timelines persist, I don't want that. And I'm like, I also like thinking as like a parent, right? And even though I don't own Chloe's life, like, it's a tough decision. It's amazing. It's an amazing, difficult decision.
Did you? Okay, I got one more thing before we move on to the next section. Did you go through Max's phone and read all the text messages?
Yeah. So,
She is
yeah.
not nearly as nice of a person in this timeline at all.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
Yeah, she spends like all this time apologizing and promising to be better. It's really pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we go back to Blackwell. Max is sneaking into Nathan's room,
And this
And
is
it
in
is
our
full-
prime timeline.
Yeah, back in the prime timeline.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped a part here. Yep. Sorry. All right. So we returned to the original timeline. Sorry, I scrolled down too far. We returned to the original timeline where Chloe is back to her blue-haired, angsty self. Max chooses not to tell Chloe about the alternate timeline. A wise decision.
Yeah.
We are not given that option at all. It is just she has chosen not to ever tell Chloe. Chloe then asks Max to help look for clues, and Max heads downstairs for a tense chat with David as he leaves the house. On his way out the door, he congratulates Max for winning and breaking up their family, and then he heads to a hotel.
I will say that in mine, he actually thanks Max for standing up for him and is kind of still that like tough dad of like, hey, I just care about you. Please stop looking into this. There's something nefarious there. But he is much more apologetic and much more like, I'm wanting to be a father figure here rather than a snarky, how dare you kick me out of my house.
And he does say that in ours too, in this one too, but it is definitely more snarky where he's like, I just care about my family the same way that you care about my family.
Yeah.
But he's also angry for decisions. I mean, sometimes there are consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
And I think, putting cameras in your house and not telling the people who live with you, I think that's consequences. There are consequences.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that after he leaves, we head to, after finding the important clues, Max visits Kate at the hospital. Kate offers to help by getting Nathan's dorm room number for Max so she can search for more evidence. There's more here, but it's pretty low-key scene, honestly, where Max and Kate kind of just like Kate just kind of shows how much she cares and appreciates Max being in her life, and vice versa.
It's real cute.
It's very touching scene.
When you mentioned her father in chapter 2, does her father show up in the picture next to her bed? Because I mentioned her sisters, and the sisters in the picture next to
nope,
the bed.
it's still the sisters picture.
Okay.
Yep, that doesn't change.
Okay,
No.
I was wondering if that changed. No.
Nope.
Since the first time I got to see Kate after chapter 2.
Yeah, since you really hosed that up the first time, right? Back at Blackwell, Max sneaks into Nathan's room, and it is full of disturbing photos. Like the most disturbing photos. Really can't describe them, but they are disturbing.
I will say
wander.
broadly speaking, they depict individuals in a point of helplessness and torture. And
Yes, there you go.
It's dark. It's tough to stomach.
Yeah.
Yes. During the search, Max discovers a burner phone hidden behind the couch. As Max leaves, Nathan confronts her with his gun. Suddenly, Warren charges in and headbutts Nathan, knocking him down and proceeding to beat him senseless. This leads to the next major decision: stop Warren after a mild butt kicking, or let him continue. If you stop him, Warren thanks you later, but Nathan walks away, still armed with a gun, making threats. If you don't stop him, Warren beats Nathan unconscious, and then Chloe steals his gun.
I stopped him. I felt like Warren would regret it if he kept going on, so I stopped him.
I also stopped Warren.
I also stopped Warren. More importantly, did you write on Warren's marker board?
I did not. I saw
I also did not.
Yeah.
Did you do it purposely or you just missed it?
I just missed it.
I did it purposely. I wiped it off and wrote on it, and then I rewound and undid it because it was one of those. If you leave it, put it on there, you'd be leading Warren on.
Yes, it's
really
very
strong.
I think if I were playing a playthrough where I was trying to go ape with Warren, I think that I would definitely do that. But I feel like it would just be leading him on and make a confusing situation of a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I chose leave it blank. Yep. After Blackwell, Max and Chloe go to confront Frank, hoping to get his client list of people he deals drugs to. It's coded, and so they need the other half to know who is who. Depending on past choices, this scene can play out in several ways. If you lost David's gun in Chapter 2, Frank will have it. If not, Chloe may use David's or Nathan's gun, depending on your decisions. Here are the 5 possible outcomes. So in the previous scene, if you lost a gun and then you can... Anyways, there's lots of different ways this scene could play out. But anyway, so here are the 5 ways, the 5 major ways. First is Frank and his dog get angry, killing either Chloe or Max. The game forces you to rewind. This is the only fail. And the game doesn't let you fail, so it just forces a rewind. The other options here are all different ways that the game can proceed. Next is Chloe shoots and kills Frank and his dog after they attack Max. The third is Chloe stabs Frank with his own knife after he attacks Max. Fourth is Chloe shoots Frank in the leg after he attacks Max. Fifth, everyone walks away as best friends. So, like I said, no matter the outcome, except the first rewind, Max and Chloe get Frank's client list.
I have a story about this section. So the first time I played it, I had to go back and forth a bajillion times because I kept dying. Either myself, or Frank, or Frank's dog. Kept doing it again and again and again.
Okay, so like either now you can kill Frank and it doesn't force a rewind.
Correct. It doesn't force a rewind, but I'm not. I know that there's a better outcome than me murdering that dog. That's not going to happen. I'm not killing that dog. So I kept rewinding, and it took me so long to get it. The second time, I was a little bit faster, but it still took me a while. The third time, it still took me a really long time. And the most recent time that I played, not counting this one, I was playing kind of as a play-along with my partner, and I asked her, hey, how many times did it take you to get to the perfect ending of that? And she said, what do you mean? And I said, like, how many times did you die? And she said, 0. I didn't know that was possible. And I was like, how did you perfect shoot this, one and done, never had a negative ending, just all the way through? Because there's so many spots you can make a bad choice in this one.
Yes.
So this time, I get to that same moment, and my partner is actually in town with me right now, and she's watching me as I play along with this. And I said, okay, help me get through this in one. I've literally never gotten through it in one. And she did it again. I don't know how.
I do.
It's crazy.
I do. So I started making note. I started noting. Because I've never got the perfect ending before. I've always had the either killed Frank or shot him in the leg or stabbed him in the leg. I've never had the perfect ending. And here's what I learned. All those choices don't matter, except for one. You have to mention the photo of Rachel Amber.
Yes.
If you mention the photo of Rachel Amber, then he gets super sappy. But I've never mentioned the photo of Rachel Amber because any other time you bring up stuff that you found in his camper, he gets super angry because he knows you can't know that information. Mm-hmm. So therefore, you broke into his camper and let his dog out, and that makes him mad for obvious reasons. But if you just mention the photo, what you don't know is that Max lies about how she saw it. And then that's when he's like, oh, how'd you know about that? And then goes, so that is apparently the magic bullet to the situation. Yeah. But I never chose it because I've tried other ways of going through about that. I must have rewound 10 times trying to weave my way through all the answers, making up fancy. I was like, do I need to mind map this out or something? No, I gotta mention the photo. That's all I gotta do. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
So you're saying lying is the answer? Got it.
Yeah, well, you don't know she's gonna lie. You just because every other time you mention the camper, she basically admits to it.
Right.
It's
yeah.
But yes, lying is the answer on this one.
Yep. Yeah.
I got the ending. I got the ending or the scene where he gets stabbed in the leg, and there's a funny little scene after that where he's going back in the camper. He's like, "All right, Frank, pull it out slow." When he's trying to get the knife out of his leg. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know how many people got the perfect ending?
No.
73.
So I do. It's 70%.
Yeah.
Everyone got the perfect ending, except for apparently me through 5 playthroughs. So they return to Chloe's room, now armed with 3 boards full of clues. It's like a crime drama where they have like all these clues. You have to put them all together.
It's a pretty cool moment.
It is. It's actually pretty fun where you kind of like get a like, it doesn't like walk you through it. You do have to kind of like figure things out and be thoughtful about it. Deciphering the clues leads to Max and Chloe to an abandoned barn owned by the Prescott family. But first, okay, I didn't have a discussion moment put aside here, but I do want to bring this up. Did you guys figure out the PIN number on your own, or did you like get it wrong 3 times and then have to put in the code?
I have no idea where that PIN code is supposed to be from. Not a clue.
I got it the first time around.
I figured it out as well. Also, I want you to look at this part of my notes. Here is me mathing out all the different options, adding things up and subtracting, putting everything together, all the clues, trying. I'm like, oh, there's no way it's just his birthday, is it? No, it was just his birthday.
Yeah.
It was just his birthday.
It's his birthday.
It's just his birthday. Yeah. 0827.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, yep. August 20. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I kept
29.
thinking
Sorry,
that it was on one of those
0829.
because there's like a couple of different places you can look for it, and I kept looking at the one that just has pin numbers on it because I was like, well, it's probably this, and then so I'd like do the pin numbers upside down, I do the pin numbers front and back. Of course, it's just his stupid birthday.
Yeah. So yeah, I kept on thinking, okay, maybe I have to like subtract something. So I'm like, it must be so like there's a handwritten note, and then there's his student file. And his student file is full of like numbers and dates. So like different ways to figure out dates and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so I have to like figure out like either like mathing something together here that will match from like his student file that then coincides with like the handwritten notes. Nope. They're all just dummy numbers except for one. One of them is the pin to get into the dark room. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but
yes, so, that one I did get.
Yeah. So but anyways, yeah, I was like, there's no way it's just his birthday, is it? No, it was just his ding dang birthday.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was like, I'll try the birthday first, see what happens.
I didn't. I tried it last. I'm like, there's no way it's just his birthday, is it? Nope, it was just his birthday. So anyways, it gets this abandoned barn that's owned by the Prescott family. Inside, they find a secret door leading to an underground bunker. Inside the underground bunker is revealed to be a high-tech photo studio. In this studio, they find disturbing photos of Kate drugged up, an empty binder with Victoria's name on it, and worst of all, photos of Rachel Amber in a shallow grave at the junkyard. There are multiple photos of this. There's ones of just Rachel Amber, and then there are others staged photos with Rachel Amber and Nathan, both in the shallow grave. They rush out. Yes,
real quick, tone-wise, cannot describe how terrifying this place is.
Oh yeah.
Like, my gosh, yes.
Gut-wrenching how spooky and offsetting it is.
It is so well done. So you walk into this, like, it looks like basically an underground shelter. And at first you see some super high-tech printer and a computer. And then you like look to the left and there is this like basically this professional like photography setup, like a plain white background and this fancy camera, all like professionally lit. And then you look in this binder and you see all these names of all these girls. There must be like 15 binders there.
At least.
And the last three binders are Rachel Amber, Kate, and then Victoria. And so you open up those binders and you see these pictures of Kate, that with like her like hands and legs duct taped, and then it's like find pictures of her like they're like, if you open up the computer you can see the pictures like they're touching them up and like, you know, professionally touching them up. Like it is crazy. It is banana sauce. Like it's like the game gets dark in chapter 4.
Yeah,
it sure does.
So Max and Chloe rush to the junkyard where they find Rachel's body. Chloe is devastated, collapsing in grief. Max, also heartbroken, comforts her as the camera slowly pans out, revealing a ghostly deer watching over them. It's truly one of the most emotional scenes in the game. It's absolutely incredible. I can't do it justice describing it, but it's incredible. I don't know if you guys want to say something about it or
no. It's really good. Like the second that you find Rachel's body, like it's so well organized from like a storytelling perspective, and the voice acting in this scene might be some of my favorite voice acting in like any video game.
Yeah.
The way that Chloe and Max's voices both break, it's just so good. It's so good.
And the way that like this scene is shot, just like from like a cinematography standpoint, is incredible. It like doesn't linger on it too long, and then just pans out, like showing you the whole scene, and then just like slowly this deer is in multiple scenes in the game, just like comes into view, and it's just so incredible. It's just, and it's not even the end of the chapter. It's what's so amazing about it. But yeah, the voice acting is truly amazing. It wouldn't surprise me if they wrote this game from this scene out. Like it's it's kind of like, I feel like it hits the hardest, I feel like, of the whole game. Even I think in chapter 5, even I might be wrong about that, but I feel like even from parts chapter 5, I feel like this scene here really kind of hits the hardest.
It was not for me. There are a couple others that hit me a little bit harder. Specifically, the end of this chapter hit me, I think, a little bit harder because I was so shocked.
I think in the first playthrough, you're right. The first playthrough, I think you're right. I think what shocked me this time, 5th time through even, was how emotional it was. And even though I knew what was going to happen.
Yep.
That's what surprised me so much. So instead of going to the police, which, they could have done at any moment, Max
but they
and
do
Chloe
kind of give an excuse for this, is that they know that it's Nathan Prescott, and they go, the cops have Nathan, or the Prescotts have the cops in their hands.
Yeah.
So is it a good excuse? No, but it's a very teenager level excuse.
Yeah, sure. And they definitely get a text message from Nathan later, basically admitting to knowing where the location of the body was. So that definitely wouldn't be a good time to go to the police.
Yeah.
But so instead of going to the police, Max and Chloe head to the Vortex Club party to confront Nathan, potentially to unalive him, I guess. It seems to be the plan.
Yeah, that's Chloe's plan.
It's not a great plan.
Clearly a bad idea, but luckily Nathan isn't there, or unluckily, who knows. What they do find is Alyssa, once again in harm's way at the end of a pool, and you can save her from a mildly embarrassing situation of getting hit by a pool noodle.
Yeah, and knocked into.
I saved her. Yes, and get knocked into the pool, which later on. So really, you saved her life. We'll get to that later. That's called foreshadowing. At the party, we face our final decision of the chapter. We can either warn Victoria that Nathan is coming for her because of what we deduced from the binder, or let her fend for herself.
I warned her. I can't not. Even as much of a terrible person as she is, I have to warn her about Nathan.
But did she believe you?
She did.
I think she did. Yeah.
I warned her and she believed me.
Yeah. She makes it hard to want to actually warn her in this scene because she's really unlikable.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's real. She's real.
Yeah.
Victoria.
She's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max then gets a chilling text from Nathan claiming he's going to move Rachel's body up to a place it will never be found. That's just evidence, Nathan.
Oh,
anyways.
real quick, before that text, Mr. Jefferson announces the winner for the Everyday Heroes contest. And
you're right. Thank you.
And that does happen. It's Victoria is the winner because Max didn't enter, and there's this weird because Mr. Jefferson's at the party, and it's kind of a weird vibe of like the teacher being okay with everybody being infused with alcohol and cannabis. It's kind of a weird vibe.
I have a whole problem with this party. I have a real problem with this entire party.
Yeah.
I think you have to kind of accept the party for what it is because of the Prescott family, right?
Yeah.
Basically, because of Nathan Prescott, the Vortex Club, which is run by the Prescott family and Nathan Prescott himself, they basically have no rules. And if you can imagine all the terrible ideas high schools get up with, that's basically what happens. It's like all the worst ideas ever in one party. So after the text message, they race back to the junkyard only to find Rachel's body still there. As they approach, Max gets injected with a sedative and loses consciousness, witnessing Chloe getting shot in the head before everything fades to black. The chapter ends with Mr. Jefferson standing over Max's unconscious body. Credits, chapter 4.
Blew my mind. blew my mind the first time. Mr. Jefferson, because they do such a good job of, like, early on, it's kind of up for debate who the bad guy is, right? Like, there's a little bit of, like, David Madsen's pretty weird, Nathan's pretty bad, the principal isn't great, Mr. Jefferson's a little weird, and then in this chapter, they go so hard into Nathan Prescott is the bad guy, and it fooled me in such an annoyingly effective way. And then, twist, Mr. Jefferson, what?
Yeah. First time I was like, I think that was my reaction the first time. I was like, what? Yeah, it was just like it's a great moment, and it's a great scene. It's honestly a great scene.
Yeah.
Max tries to rewind time, but because of the effect of the sedative, she can't. Unintended consequence, obviously, but really, really chilling end of the chapter. So good. Yeah. Absolutely so good. And setting the stage for the final chapter. And like, you know where you're going, because like they kind of like after the credits roll, it just shows a picture. It's just like a short scene of like the bright white light of what we saw in the dark room, and then just Mr. Jefferson filling up a syringe with something, and it's like, holy moly, here we go.
Yeah,
and then into the tornado. Yeah.
Tornado.
Yeah, it's intense.
It's
a real intense chapter.
It is. It's very intense.
This one, I was playing through this chapter, and I was like, you know what? Is this not my favorite game anymore? Because there were certain parts that I was kind of like, I don't know if this is really hitting as hard. Once we got to the end of chapter 4 and started getting it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. How'd I forget? It's just shockingly good. It's just so amazing.
Taste my grilled cheese.
All right, I got our first good. Oh, munch. I gotta write that in so I don't forget it. You've done it for like 100 episodes. I don't know how I keep forgetting. I got the first good. So Max will actually, before going into the dormitory, she'll run into Brooke. So Brooke is the girl who has a crush on Warren. Warren has a crush on Max. Because if Max doesn't like agree to go on a date with Warren will then ask out Brooke. And so when you run into her, she will keep on bringing up the fact that she is going on a date with Warren, and it is so perfect. It's so much fun. Like, you can like you'll talk to her, and like there'll be she'll be like, oh yeah, and then I'm going to the movies with Warren, and there'll be two answers, and one will have something to do with that, and something will do something else, right? And you can just keep on ignoring the fact that she's talking about Warren, and she'll keep on bringing it up, and it is so wonderful and so choice. It is just absolutely amazing. It's just so good. It's such teenager. I love it so much. It's just drama for drama's sake.
It's so good.
Hey, Matt, tell us about the hidden darkness in this episode.
Yeah, so the not so good is Max commits mass murder trying to get into the private area of the Vortex Club party if your name's not on the list. What she does, she goes to the other side of the pool. And this is a pool party, there are electronics and a DJ and other things everywhere, like speakers
plugged into walls.
Mm-hmm. Can you see the issue? It's a big safety hazard. First of all,
a lot of electricity near water. They are swimming in the pool.
There's like a dozen or so kids in the pool during this party,
including Alyssa,
if you don't save her.
And so, if you weren't on the list to get into the private section of the Vortex Club party, how do you get back there?
So you push this thing off to the side, and it knocks over a speaker that falls into the water
and creates sparks.
Electrocuting everyone in the pool.
Everyone in the pool. That doesn't actually happen in the game, but like it would have 100%
would happen
happened
in real life because it's chlorinated water. There's plenty of things to carry that charge through the water and kill people. But you rewind time and that doesn't happen. You just wake up, you just show up on the other side of the thing. But also, you kill at least a dozen people to get into the back of the party if you're not on the list.
I've never known that. I've only gotten in from the list and specifically from Courtney. So when you guys were like, Max commits mass murder, I was like, what are you talking about? No, she doesn't.
This is the first time I've had to go around the back way because I have always gotten the list before. And I rewound like too far accidentally in one of the early seasons, so I wasn't on the list. And so I had to go back around to do the thing, and I was like, wait a minute!
Yeah. You literally kill a dozen people in the pool trying to get in the back. That's the not so good. I mean, obviously, she undoes it with her time travel powers. But what if she didn't have access to those powers at that point in time?
What if? Or what? Yeah, I mean,
it would be pretty dark.
Is that timeline where Max kills everyone in the pool in the comics?
I mean, presumably so. I mean, because like in the comics, it describes all the different timelines, and like at one point she chooses like one of the early parts of the comics, she chooses a specific timeline to go into for a specific reason. I'm trying not to give too much spoilers for that because they're really good. So she chooses different timelines. So presumably there is a timeline where she's yeeted a speaker into the water.
What's our best good, Storm Rage?
Our best good is that when you go to visit Kate in the hospital, there are a number of flowers and balloons and very adorable things. And Kate reaffirms that she is legitimately the best person outside of William. She's the best person that hopefully, fingers crossed, survives. And there's flowers and letters from everybody in the school, which are all very cute and adorable. And then there's a drawing. And the drawing involves a anthropomorphic hot dog, or a hot dog with arms and legs at the very least, and a mustard bottle. And the mustard bottle has a very specific face, and the hot dog is holding the mustard bottle up above him in a diagonal-like angle from its face, as someone would a large beverage that they wanted to tip over into their mouth. And this mustard bottle is squirting its mustard onto the hot dog, and the hot dog and mustard both seem to be quite big fans of this arrangement.
Yes. Well, yeah. And also the mustard bottle is also anthropomorphized as well. So
yes.
Yeah.
So Kate has a bunch of these illustrations, like normal illustrations, throughout her room back in the Blackwell dorms and here in her hospital room. And then there's just these two people, like this, the hot dog and the mustard off in the corner, and you're like, whoa. Repression? I don't know what's going on here.
I mean, it's done. If you look at Kate's other art, it is done in that it's that very much that kind of cutesy style. Yeah. 100%. So did Kate draw this?
100% Kate drew it. Yes.
This mustard.
Yes.
Squirting on this hot dog.
Yes. 100%. 100%. That's why it's the best good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. 3 questions.
He asks each traveler 5 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions.
3, that's a magic number. I will ask myself 3 questions.
Hey, Storm Rage. What are you liking so far?
I just love the way that this game handles twists, and I think every time I just appreciate it more because they show you very, very small glimpses. And one of my favorite glimpses that Mr. Jefferson is the bad guy is fairly early on when you break into the school with Chloe and you do the thing where you steal the money and then you go night swimming. You have to get duct tape in order to create the bomb. Where do you get the duct tape from? Mr. Jefferson's classroom. Then you see that very same roll of duct tape in the dark room in this chapter. And it's such a small, subtle thing that I did not notice until my second or third playthrough that gives me chills every time. And even though they're like, throw it in your face, it's Nathan Prescott, say Nathan Prescott, they've also got this little tiny cookie trail that goes, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. And it's just so well done.
Well, there's a letter to Nathan from someone that you like in the bunker that like the bottom is torn off so you don't see who it's from.
Uh-huh.
And Max in the game assumes it's Nathan's father. We might
Oh, I missed that too. I missed both of them. 100% is from yeah, you're right. It's not from his dad at all, is it?
No.
I've been trying. He says, I try to teach you the ways, but you need to calm down.
Yeah.
It didn't make it never. I always thought it was a really weird tone for his dad, but it's because it's not from his dad. It's from Mr. Jefferson, who is like, hey, you can do this. You can do what I do. But you have to, because we kind of know that Nathan has to be involved in some way, because you get the text message from Nathan's phone, right? And then you also see the picture with Nathan with Rachel Amber. And then you see Rachel Amber in the dark room is like written all over some of his stuff. So you know Nathan is involved at some level, but we don't know at what level yet. But Mr. Jefferson is definitely the guy, though. That's super cool. Super cool. Matt.
Just the spike in emotional hits that we had, like in this particular chapter. There's like they hit for some reason they hit harder this time, because one, I saw them coming. I've seen them before. I've seen them, a lot of them before, and two, like it just feels different because the choices that I've made across that are different from the last time I played. So it's just seeing how everybody, spending more time just soaking in the game and getting to know these characters better, as opposed to just like getting through it and learning and just doing the story. That's what I'm liking. That's what's really hitting me on this game.
Dano.
Yeah. So I say, what am I liking so far? It's got to be the way that they're the way that the relationship between Chloe and Max continues to develop, and like they're best friends who kind of forgot what it was like to be best friends at like in chapter 1, right? Where they're still trying to get to know each other. And then by the end of chapter 4, like they very clearly like need each other in like, they can't imagine what it was like before or after. And I think that's just so cool. And the storytelling in this game is really what makes it so powerful. I feel like it's just incredible. It's just truly incredible. Really. And it's not like it's a long game. It's like the story is told in really short form. It's almost like a short story or a novella. It's really incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
What are you struggling with there, Matt at Arms?
How long this chapter is? It's a long chapter, and like chapter 5 is even longer, and I know it. And I thought it was. And I thought when we got done with the dark room, I thought I was like done, like especially when we were going to go see Rachel's body, and then I thought we were done with it. I completely forgot about the Vortex Club chapter, or the Vortex Party. It was just great. I just, it just feels like it's long. I feel like there needs to be a point where you can kind of just, stop and like play the next day, because it took me like 4 hours to get through this chapter, and it felt
Did it
really
really?
long. Yeah, because I took
2.5.
I took a lot of time, kind of like reading everything, sitting and hearing Max's inner monologue, and kind of living in each of the spaces that they give you as much as you can. Like I wanted to make sure I hit everything, and I still missed a bunch. So,
how about you, Storm Rach?
Let Warren play. Let Warren play with you guys. There's a moment in the game where Warren comes up to you, and after he beats up Nathan, and he's like, "Hey, let me go with you guys. I want to stick around with you, partially because I think I can help keep you safe, but partially because I don't want to be alone right now." And Chloe and Max just go, "Sorry, Warren, girls only." And like on some level, I get it, kind of. But, like, Warren's proved his loyalty. Warren's proved his usefulness. Warren also doesn't, like, call you crazy when you tell him that you can manage time. He also doesn't make you prove it like Chloe does. Like, let Warren join the team. Let him go to the dark room. Let him do all these things that he deserves to do. He's a good boy. He deserves more screen time. Dana, how about yourself?
Struggling with Matt's opinion about this chapter being too long. No, I don't think it was actually too long. I think it kept on hitting harder and harder. I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
It kept on raising the stakes for the chapter, which is hard to do when you start with euthanizing your friend.
Yeah. maybe that's I just needed a break from like there's no break in this chapter. It's literally like floor to the gas
go
the entire time, or gas to
Yeah.
the floor the entire time.
What I actually struggled with a little bit was I felt like a kind of whiplash, right? Because it starts fast and hard with the alternate universe, and then you just like head over and hang out with Kate and just kind of chill.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And so like it does kind of slow down out of nowhere, and so I did find the middle beginning of the chapter to be a little bit more on the weaker end. I thought some of the dialogue while you were walking around the quad area to be a little bit weak and like not really impressive. Like I thought the way that her and like the science teacher, I thought that was really actually just poor dialogue, to be honest.
Yeah.
But once it gets going again, once you're in Nathan's room, and then it's just go, go, go. And it's awesome. So I was really just that little part in between the alternate universe and Nathan's bedroom, I would say, I thought could have been better.
There's a great scene with Mr. Jefferson as you're entering the quad, by the way, like where he's like almost hitting on Chloe.
He was hitting on Chloe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was. But also, wasn't he a teacher when Chloe was in school?
So that I wrote that down as a note, actually. So that means that he is new to the school, right?
Okay.
Because he would have not been there. He would have been there just like because she was a dropout, 2 years ago, basically. So he'd only been there for 2 years, presumably, or something like that, or even this last year and then this year. So a year and a half. He's only been at the school for that much. So, and you kind of like know why he has to move around now, right? Because like you can't stay in one place too long when people are looking for people that know you.
Weird.
So he's on the move for a reason. Yeah. Matt, what surprised you about the game?
Just the scene with Frank. The first time you encounter Frank, I got the one where I have the gun. Frank, this is sheer brutality of that scene is incredible. Like Frank pops off and literally goes after you and Chloe. Chloe shoots the dog, then shoots Frank, and it's just absolutely brutal. And then you just sit there in that scene, and then like you're kind of staring at it, and like you're like Chloe walks off real like shaken. Max is obviously real shaken, and then like you do the rewind and try to do it better, right? There's that whole like I allowed myself to kind of sit in that scene a little bit before I rewound, just to absorb the brutality of that a little bit, and then it's like, okay, let's do this better, and I ended up stabbing Frank in the leg, which is much better than killing Frank and his dog.
When you do that, he goes, "I need my pompadour," and it's so adorable. If you wait and listen to him after he goes into his camper, that's the name of his dog.
It's so good.
It's so cute.
It is so good.
How about you, Storm Rage?
I always know it's coming because I've played this game a lot, but that moment where Mr. Jefferson stands over you still gives me chills every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a well-designed shot, well-designed moment. And he doesn't even say anything. He just stands. And I love that choice. And it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. I went back and forth on that exact thing because he's standing over you and it's like he has this darkness on his face where it's like just absolutely cold, right? And it's like, oh, the mask is off. It is so good.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. For me, this is the first time I've ever ended on friendly terms with Frank. And it's like we said earlier, everybody did it no problem, apparently. I had to rewind like 7 times, take notes on everything, try to like figure out how to end on friendly terms with him. Could not for the life of me figure it out. And then they become like besties. He is like texting you afterwards. He's like, "Hey, how's everything going?" And you're like, "Oh, I think we're putting together." He's like, "I'm so glad you guys are on the case." And I'm like, "Oh man, if Frank isn't like at least a bit character in the new game, I'm gonna be so upset. Like if he doesn't get Frank. if we don't get like a text message from reformed Frank, I'm going to be legitimately upset and sad. Like, just give me like one text message or one note from Frank being like, hey, just wondering how you're going. You know, life at the law firm is great. You know, I hope you're doing well. Something like that, you know, where it's like Frank has just turned over a whole new leaf and like got his life straight. And I just want that so bad.
One thing that did
or he's a
surprise
pharmacist.
One thing that made me kind of check myself a little bit, and this is such a dumb thing, I didn't realize drugs were that expensive. And maybe I'm wrong, but like going through the notebook, Frank charges people a lot of money for things.
I
Like
mean,
there's
they are
one
illegal.
transaction that he charges Nathan $2,500 for.
Isn't that
I
the
don't
one
know. I don't know drugs, but that seems like a lot of money.
Isn't that the one where he also goes out to the
dark room?
The dark
Yeah.
room.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I would charge
Yeah.
$2,500 for a delivery to the dark room.
I don't know how much that is either, but I would assume, because he said he's going to charge extra for like waking him up and making him go out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's I really want a reformed Frank. I want reformed Frank so bad.
I do too.
With a lip.
All right, so the game.
Reform Frank with a lip.
Yes. Well, then they can't be friends then. So the only way you're friends is if you don't stab him in the leg or shoot him in the leg.
You're thinking, can I afford to buy a car like this? Huh? Am I right? Seriously, Stan, you can't afford not to buy a car like this, and I'm going to make it easy on you.
Hey, Storm Rage.
Yeah.
Sell this game to a friend.
Okay, well, the bad guy is the bad guy, but not the bad guy until you go back in time and find a different bad guy.
Matt?
The roller coaster ride just won't stop now. You're stuck on it.
Yeah, this is an awesome story of friendship, loss, and poor life choices. And what's super cool is Chapter 5. You guys don't even know what's coming. I know what's coming because I play this game a lot, so do you too. But like listeners who haven't played yet,
Yeah.
you think like, oh, this is winding down. Nope. You're still going up the biggest like part of the roller
Chapter
coaster.
4 is the end of the world as we know it, and Chapter 5 is where this game gets its sci-fi title because it goes so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It just
incredible.
hints at it with like the snow. We didn't talk about the beached whales. There are a bunch of beached whales in this episode or this chapter.
Yeah.
There's 2 moons at one point in this chapter. So there are hints at like or like in the giant storm. There's hints that maybe there's something going on and may or may not be involved with your rewind power. But like in chapter 5, like buckle up, Buttercup, because like it all goes off the rails.
Well, yeah. Well, what's this? The groundskeeper knows that you're the center of it. If you ask
Samuel,
he
bless his
knows
heart.
he knows that you're the center of something and that you're doing something that's causing something. He actually knows. He's aware of what's going on.
He's aware of everything.
Yeah.
He listens. That's it for this week. Thank you all so much for listening. Thanks to all our patrons for patronizing us. Special thank you to our producers and best friends forever, Baximus and RidiculousHat. You can find all our socials media and contact information at the pinned comment on our Patreon page over at patreon.com/squelch.
Life is Strange the game, and rewind that. It's a game, and games are supposed to be fun.
Yeah! Rewind that time, baby.
This is the end of the show. Everybody bye!
Is the music okay?
It's
The
playing.
music is going.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. It seems like there might be something there.
I just can't with this game. So, one more week, and then I have to determine if this game or Hades 2 is the best game. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm completely honest with you.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the tier list after this.
We are doing the tier list. Yep. Sorry, sheep game, but you are not.
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb, you are out of the running. You are a very fun game, but
I don't think it's close for me right now.
Oh, I can't wait to hear. Don't say which way.
I'm not. But to
I'm not
me,
gonna-
there is
I'm
a
not gonna-
clear tier break between each of the games.
Well, they're also very.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it though. I'm looking forward to it for the next episode.
Yeah, so
I'm
next
excited we
episode-
got here.
Next week will be Chapter 5, and that'll be the end of Life is Strange. That is the last week of Life is Strange, and then the week after that, we will start on Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, so this episode coming out on October 1st, October 8th will be Chapter 5, and then Darkest Dungeon is going to be the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. So 3 weeks Darkest Dungeon is, it'll be fun. It's a great game. I love it. It's so much fun. I have a save I worked on over Christmas. I'm not sure if I'm going to start a brand new save or if I'm going to keep on playing the old one. Probably a brand new save.
I think a brand new save is what feels best whenever we play a new game.
I'm definitely gonna start with a Storm Rage character and a Mad at Arms character.
Oh, I can.
And then
can you
I'm gonna
name
start...
your own characters?
Yes, you can.
Great.
And
yeah,
then start naming our patrons. Yep.
Yes.
So for only $1 a month, you can get into Darkest Dungeon.
Just $1 a month.
Just $1 a month. Over at patreon.com/squelch. All right. That's it for this week. Thank you all. We'll talk at you again next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.